A bill in Tennessee would require any food with a vaccine to have a clear label. Now, today, the bill was talked about at the House Agriculture Committee. A group of lawmakers are calling for restrictions to the state's current food, drug, and cosmetic act.
Shalom, giving all praises, honors, and glories unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught me this truth. Shalom to the elect scattered through the four corners of the earth. Alright, my name is Kwadash Paya. You showed us 14-second clip, right, of the WSMV4 news, coming about, food, a bill that's passed in Tennessee that will require labels, right, for food with the venom juice in it. A lot of people didn't take this venom juice, and it's like another way to force people to get this plague, because it's a plague. There's going to be many plagues and things of that nature that's going to intensify. Watch. And for there to be a bill that's passed, there has to be regulators that went through it to pass it, and you already have food or with GMOs, you already have water with fluoride, and they're talking about sink water getting worse and different things of that sort. And then this could be a judgment for people who just people that just, it could be a form of a judgment, they I don't want to take this, but you eat something and it'll affect you, but nevertheless, it will not, affect the elect of the men of the Lord, women, children, believers, that consist of that number that really sincerely believe and have faith and that's fearful in the sight of the Lord, in his true name, right? Because, the Lord is the ultimate physician, man, all right? And I'm going to get some scriptures because there's been accounts where, like the scriptures say, we shall eat out defiled bread among the heathen, So a lot of times we eat food and really you don't know what type of sacrifice it was. If you eating meat, you don't know what type of, you don't know if it's real or fake. You don't know what's in it, So prayer is what protects us from a lot of harm that could have took us out a long time ago, Understand that, right? And we're going to read the account even with Paul, right? And this is the book of Acts chapter 28 verse 3. It says, and when Paul had gathered a bundle of sticks and laid them on the fire, there came a viper out of the heat, which is a poisonous beast, a poisonous snake, right? And fastened on his hand, right? And when the barbarians saw the venomous beast hang on his hand, they said among themselves, no doubt this man is a murderer, who though he hath escaped the sea, yet vengeance suffereth not to live. So they're like, oh, this guy's before he was converted, and they're like, oh, he, passed the sea, he's been shipwrecked, he's still alive. So they saw that, they're like, yeah, now was his time, right? Talking shit, right? Whom though he had escaped the sea, yet vengeance suffereth not to live. It says, and he shook off the beast into the fire and felt no harm. He felt no harm. Howbeit they looked when he should have swollen. So they were waiting. Like, yeah, it'll take time. Let it simmer in, right? Because a venomous snake, they got that juice in them. So they was waiting for it to process in a man's body, for him to get poisoned, swollen, and die. It says, or falling down dead suddenly. But after they had looked a great while, it's been a while, they're like, all right, it's been some hours now, he should have been dropped, right? It says, but after they had looked a great while and saw no harm come to him, they changed their minds and said that he was a god. So, and you know what? with all this harm that Esau is trying to bring to us? It's not, because they're going against gods. Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, Bahashim 𝐒𝐶 is making us into gods. We're becoming stronger, through the faith of Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, Bahashim 𝐒𝐶 through the Holy Spirit. And these people that's talking shit, mocking, scoffing, we warning them about these plagues and these things coming, famines and wars and just all hell breaking loose. The hour of temptation, World War III. They're not going to realize until it's too late. Like the scripture say, it shall not come nigh thee. Matter of fact, let's get that. Right? Alright, real quick. Before I get that one that I had quoted, I want to get this in the book of St. Mark, chapter 16, verse 18. They shall take up serpents, and if they drink any deadly thing, it shall not hurt them. They shall lay hands on the sick, and they shall recover. So we shall drink deadly things and it won't hurt us. So this is the protection of the Lord that he has over his elect men. Then it goes down to the believers. But there's an order, but it starts with the elect, period. Whether you're a woman, child, friend of a prophet, zealot, prophet, apostle, the Lord ain't gonna let none of these things affect thee. Even when people are starving. Scriptures say his servants shall eat. We're gonna rejoice because we suffer here, we suffer now, we die daily. We die in a sense of living with Yahweh, and we're dead to this world. Hey man, whether they try to poison you, whether they try to put you in jail, whether there's going to be some miraculous things we're going to see that people are going to see, no harm coming to the elect, and they're going to be in awe. Right? They're going to be amazed at the strangeness of our salvation, as the scriptures say. That's going into the chariots, but even in the mist. When Jonah fled, he ran on a boat. The Lord caused it to be the waves to roar. Forget if there was a whirlwind. Correct me if I'm wrong, but, they were scared of the people on the boat. But then they realized, no, it's because he's on the boat. Because he's a Hebrew Israelite. So they know, it's the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob that's bringing this storm because of him. So they threw him off. Think about that. The Lord's name is going to be magnified through the faith of his elect, because the faith was going to cause divine intervention that the Lord had did even for our forefathers in the wilderness. King David and Goliath, they're like this, but not to get too off track, but this is off, man. There's an article from 2021, right, when it was talking about the development aim, edible plant-based, what those initials are, and now here we have it, 2023, March, April, May. This was 3 months ago. But and then you got the 5G towers that can affect that black gooey silly putty looking thing that's been causing people to clog them up and shit. But we know through those radio frequencies it can affect that through the towers, and it affects people. Great plagues is coming, man. It even talks about boils that's going to come upon those that take that digital device. Remember, scriptures say, matter of fact, let's get it. It's the book of Numbers 23 and 23. Surely there is no enchantment against Jacob, neither is there any divination against Israel. According to this time, it shall be said of Jacob and of Israel, what hath God wrought? You know? So there's no enchantment against Jacob, the elect of the house of Israel. You know? There's the book of Psalms 91 and 7. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked, because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. And people are going to go to these false physicians of no value for help. They're going to go to the elites, Egypt, for help, as it says in Isaiah 31. So they rather than trusting in the Lord, so they're going to get their repercussions for that. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. So, brothers with families, brothers, hey, have faith that no plague is going to come nigh unto thee and thy house. Alright, so I just wanted to bring this out. Quick exhortation. And we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, So, they can do all their little crafty witchcraft and all that with the water, with the agriculture and all of that. It's not going to affect the elect. Alright? So with that, I hope this was exhorting through the spirit and power of 𝐻𝐿. Until next time, shalom.